Hey everybody, it's Julianne from Cary Quilting. Today I am behind the camera on Work From Home Wednesday, and I wanted to talk to you about t-shirt quilts. Last week I was just starting to steam the shirts for my twins quilts, and they are now in progress. But I want to show you some of the quilts I've made in the past and answer a few questions that we've gotten along the way about t-shirt quilts in general. So the first thing I want to show you is the quilt map that I have made for my son Drew's quilt. So these are the shirts once they were steamed, still kind of raw cut edges. And then this is the map that I actually made that becomes the pattern for his quilt. So as I was laying out the shirts, I was drawing the map, and these are all the shirts in a stack ready to go. And then this is just the beginning of it. I've just started sewing this morning. So this is the beginning of his quilt top. And as usual in quilting, you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. And I tend to use a solid color fabric between the shirts to frame them and let the shirts shine on their own. And when pressing, you need to always press from the back, because again, a lot of the ink on shirts is heat set, and if you hit your iron with it, the ink is going to come off on your iron. I also like to press in a way that kind of gives right of way to the shirts, because the shirts are a little stiffer than your original fabric. And so instead of going dark to light like we normally do in quilting and always pressing to the dark side, we're going to let the shirts have the right of way so they don't have to bend as you're ironing. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little tour of other t-shirt quilts I've made that are still in my house. This one is one of my own from races that I've run in the past. Again, I like to use a more solid print between the shirts, but it's okay to use a little fun in your cornerstones, or in your borders. So because this one was for me, I wanted to add a little more interest to it. Now this quilt is made with all shirts the same size, which of course is an easier pattern than the custom patterns that I've made for my boys. This is another t-shirt quilt of mine, which was done in a custom pattern. And again, you'll see I used a solid fabric in between the shirts, and then I went a little fun on the edges. So let me back up and see if you can see that one, along with my dogs. Hi, dogs. And then this last one over here on the right is a t-shirt quilt I made for my son Harrison when he finished high school. And this one, you can kind of see the quilting on this one. You can quilt right through t-shirts, no problem at all. This was a sports jersey, this one right here. You can see that kind of rubbery letters or numbers, still fine. Over on this end, we have one of his jerseys from his soccer team. Also works out just fine. And I just used another piece from the back of the jersey to fill in this hole because I really wanted this part included in the quilt. Let's see. It's also possible to use sweatshirts in quilts. I'm trying to see if I have any sweatshirts in the quilts I have here. I don't see any sweatshirts in these quilts, but it is entirely possible to use them. And I do have, there is a sweatshirt in this pile for Drew. It's right here. And again, it works exactly like a regular shirt. So you can see it's a little bit thicker than a regular shirt. Like this is a regular shirt and this is a sweatshirt, but it works just fine. And this was a fleecy pullover, and it also works fine. So don't be afraid to kind of experiment with things that you want to put into your own t-shirt quilts and have some fun with it. Use some fun fabrics, use some fun borders, and just have a good time when you're making memories with your own t-shirt quilts. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow from the shop. Bye.